Hi there. Welcome to KwikTactiX. In this short tutorial, I want to show you some advanced line creating techniques that will make your session plans look super cool. If you haven't seen our tutorial, Creating Lines with the Session Planner, then I highly recommend you check it out. Okay, let's get straight to it. The first one I want to teach you is creating awesome line shadows. When you create a line and drop it on the canvas, you can add a really cool shadow that gives the line some depth. And it's really easy to do. This is how to create a straight line shadow. Click the standard line tool and select the end arrow and gradient fill functions. Also click the color you want the line to be. For better results, don't make the line black or gray. Now create the line where you want it. When you've created the line, click the selector tool if it's not already highlighted. Now select the line you just created, so the end handles are shown. Right-click the line and select Copy. Click the gray color icon to make the line gray. The line will now become deselected. Click the gray line again so its handles are visible. Now right-click anywhere on the canvas and select Paste. The copied line should now be shown in its original position, but below the shadowed line. Now press the down arrow key on your keyboard a few times to make the shadow line appear under the original line. Then right-click anywhere on the canvas, highlight layer, and select Move to Bottom. The line should now appear to have a shadow under it. Now let's create a line that looks like it's gradually moving up. Select the Dash Line tool. Click the end arrow and gradient fill functions. Click the desired color function, but don't use black or gray. And create a line, like the one I create. Now click the selector tool and click the new dash line. Adjust the end handle, where the arrow is, and move slightly up. Right-click the canvas, and select Copy. Now click the gray color button, to make the selected line gray. Click the gray line again, then right-click the canvas, and select Paste. Now press the down arrow key on your keyboard a few times. Right-click the canvas, select Layer, and click Move to Bottom. Now use the arrow keys on your keyboard to move the shadow line into position. Drop down the end handle where the arrow is, so it looks like the line is on the floor. That's it, you've now created a cool dash line that looks like it's moving upwards. Now let's create a curved line that looks like it's gradually moving up. Select the standard line tool. Click the end arrow, curved line, and gradient fill functions. Now click the color you want the line to be. Then create a new curved line, like I do. Now click the selector tool and click the new curved line. Adjust the end handle, where the arrow is, and move slightly up. Now adjust the middle curve handle so it looks like the line is moving upwards. Right-click the canvas and select Copy. Now click the gray color button to make the selected line gray. Click the gray line again, then right-click the canvas and select Paste. Now press the down arrow key on your keyboard a few times. Right-click the canvas, select Layer, and click Move to Bottom. Now use the arrow keys on your keyboard to move the shadow line into position. Drop down the end handle where the arrow is, so it looks like the line is on the floor. That's it, you've now created a cool arrow that looks like it's moving upwards. Now let's create a transparent area with a shadow. Click the Area tool, then click the Pattern function button, so it turns off the pattern fill feature. Select the color you want the area to be. Move your cursor into position 1, where you want the area to start, and click your mouse button once. Now move your cursor into position 2, and click the mouse button once again. Move the area to position 3, and click your mouse button. Then finally move the cursor to position 4 and double-click the mouse button to finish. You should now see the transparent area. Now click the selector tool, and click the area layer we just created. Tweak the area into the correct position by holding down your mouse button on the handles, then dragging them into position. Once you're happy with the position of the area layer, right-click the canvas and select Copy. Now click the black color button to make the transparent area black. Or use gray to make it a lighter shadow. Click the area layer again to highlight it. Press the down arrow key on your keyboard a few times to drop the area. Now right-click the canvas and select Paste. Right-click the canvas again and select Layer, then click Move to Bottom. The shadow layer should now be shown under the area layer you just added. Now click the multi-line tool and select the color you want to use. And change the line thickness to a thinner line by adjusting the pen slider tool. Move the mouse cursor to position 1, where the colored transparent area starts. Click your mouse button once to start creating the outside line. And move the mouse cursor to point 1 and click your mouse button. Now move the mouse cursor to position 2, and click the mouse button once. Then move the cursor to position 3, and click the mouse button again. And finally, move the mouse cursor back to the start point, and double-click the mouse button to finish the line. You should now have a transparent area that has a cool shadow beneath it. You can adjust the colors by clicking the layers accordingly. And then clicking the color buttons to change the area colors. When you master these techniques, you'll be able to create any shape you like. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned some cool techniques to elevate your creations.